Welcome back to Gold Era Sports. I am your host, John Goldbarb, and before we begin today's video, I gotta point out, in last week's video, I accidentally said LA Chargers instead of Indianapolis Colts. I do apologize in advance. We are human beings. We do make mistakes. We are not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. And with that in mind, on to predicting the AFC and NFC championship games. 2 weeks ago, I went 5-1 in my predictions, and last week I went 2-2. This week we only have 2 games to predict, and they're pretty straightforward. Our first game is between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers, slated for 3:05 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox. And the stats are from Pro Football Reference. The link for them will be in the bio. So, anyway, here on with the stats. Tom Brady completed 18 of 33 passes for 199 yards and scored 2 touchdowns. Mike Evans caught 1 reception for 3 yards and scored 1 touchdown. On the defensive side of the ball for the Bucs, Sean Murphy-Bunting, who is listed as probable as of this recording, had 5 solo tackles, 1 tackle for a loss, and an interception for 36 yards. As for the Packers, Aaron Rodgers completed 23 of 36 passes for 296 yards and scored 2 touchdowns. Devontae Adams caught 9 receptions for 66 yards and scored 1 touchdown. Zadarius Smith, who is questionable with a thumb injury as of this recording, had 1 sack, 1 solo tackle, and 1 QB hit. Although the game is in Green Bay, Tampa Bay had 3 interceptions against Drew Brees last week in the Superdome. This team is a road team ready to fight. In my opinion, I honestly think the Packers will hold down the fort in Green Bay, with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams being one of the most reliable receivers in the game, having a great game against the Tampa Bay defense. In my opinion, it is going to be Green Bay with a 31-24 victory. Our last game for Championship Sunday is between the Buffalo Bills, coming off a 17-3 victory over the Baltimore Ravens, heading into Arrowhead Stadium to take on the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs, Sunday at 6:40 p.m. Eastern Time on CBS. Notable stats between the Buffalo Bills and Kansas City Chiefs from last week's games respectively is Josh Allen completed 23 of 37 passes for 206 yards and scored 1 touchdown, while Stephon Diggs caught 8 receptions for 106 yards and scored 1 touchdown. Tre'Davious White on the defensive side had 5 solo tackles, 1 assisted tackle, and 1 pass deflection last week against the Ravens. Meanwhile, as for the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes completed 21 of 30 passes for 255 yards and scored 1 touchdown. And as of this recording, he is cleared from concussion protocol and will be playing this week against the Bills. Tyreek Hill caught 8 receptions for 110 yards, and Travis Kelce caught 8 receptions for 109 yards and scored 1 touchdown. This is going to be a fun game between 2 young quarterbacks, Josh Allen for the Bills and Patrick Mahomes for the Chiefs. It's going to be very fun to see both these offenses clash on the field. Although Buffalo's defense looked phenomenal at home last week, they are on the road in Arrowhead Stadium, and the Chiefs' offense, in my opinion, might outdo the Bills' defense with the power of Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Tyreek Hill combined. It's going to be a hot game to watch. I honestly think Kansas City advances to the Super Bowl in a 37-30 victory. Both AFC and NFC championship games are going to be hot. So hot, it requires something hot off the pan. And when I say hot off the pan, I'm talking about some homemade chicken chow mein, not from takeout, but homemade on the pan, fresh, ready to go. Alrighty, you guys, for this week's game day recipe, it is this homemade chicken chow mein I just whipped up myself, ready for the games. This recipe is hot, a little complicated to fully explain in this video because there's a lot of steps that go into it, but it is a lot of fun making chicken chow mein. I mean, look at this beautifulness. Just take it all in, guys. I will leave every step to making chicken chow mein like this in the description of this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share the video on all social media platforms, and I will talk to you soon.